Hi everyone, this is Gwen and welcome to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to show everyone how to crochet a scalloped edge around your sleeveless knitted top. The top that I'm wearing is made using a pattern called My Little Secret Crop Top by Jessie. Jessie is a really talented knitwear designer with a lot of super cute and sweet and size-inclusive knitting patterns. If you like cropped tops and sleeveless knitwear like me, you definitely have to check her out. Even though the scalloped edge in this tutorial is made specific to this knitted top, I think it's pretty easy to follow the ideas in this video and modify it for other knitting or crochet patterns that you're working on at the moment. I made my sweater using a discontinued Japanese cotton blend yarn. It's fingering weight and the entire body of the sweater as well as the scalloped edge are made using 2 strands of the fingering weight yarn held together. To make the scalloped edge or the ruffles loose, you want to use a crochet hook that's a little bigger than what you would actually use for the weight of the yarn, and you also want to make sure that your tension is really loose. We're going to start from the back, working from the bottom end of the right strap up to the front of the right strap. Go down, turn the corner, go across the front, turn the corner again, go up the left strap, and then continue to the back of the left strap, and finally binding off at the bottom of the left strap. In this video, I made a little mock-up of the front portion of the sweater and the straps. I'm actually using an Aran weight yarn and 5mm crochet hook for this tutorial. So same as before, we're going to work from the back of the right strap, going up and down, turning the corner, going across the front, up the left strap again, and binding off. So when you're ready, let's get started. We're starting from the bottom end of the right strap, and on the sweater, this is the exact point that I started. Insert your crochet hook into the corner of the bottom end of the right strap. Take your yarn and pull it through with the hook. You will have 2 strands of yarn on your left hand. Do a yarn over and pull it through with the hook again. Now we're only going to continue working with 1 strand, so push the shorter strand aside so you won't get confused as to which strand of yarn you're working with. And now we're going to start making double crochet stitches. Before we start, I want to talk about how to count the stitches, because we'll be skipping a stitch and then inserting the hook into the next stitch. Skip this stitch and insert your hook into the stitch after. Here's a little tip. Each little V is 1 stitch. So we're going to skip 1 stitch and make 1 double crochet stitch into the next stitch. Don't worry if you didn't catch the double crochet stitch. I'm going to do the second double crochet stitch a lot more slowly. So first you do a yarn over, then you're going to insert the crochet hook into the same stitch as before, yarn over and pull the yarn through the stitch again. And at this stage you will have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to do a yarn over and pull the yarn through 2 loops on the hook, then do another yarn over and pull the yarn through the remaining 2 loops on the hook. And that's your second double crochet stitch. We're actually going to make 5 of these in total in the same stitch. Let's go! And then we're going to skip the next stitch and make a slip stitch in the next stitch. So the blue needle is pointing to the stitch that we're inserting our hook into. And now I'll show you how to do a slip stitch. So you will be inserting your hook into the stitch, do a yarn over, pull the yarn through the stitch and the remaining loop on the hook. And that's one pretty ruffle done. Now we're going to start working on the next ruffle, and don't forget to start by skipping the next stitch and then making 5 double crochet stitches in the following stitch. Then we're going to skip the next stitch and do a slip stitch in the following stitch like before, and really the same pattern just continues for the rest of the strap. Even as we turn the corner at the front and start making the ruffles across the front of the sweater, we are still following the same pattern of skipping the next stitch, making 5 double crochet stitches in the following stitch, and then skipping 1 stitch and then making a slip stitch in the next stitch. The upper front edge of this pattern has a K1 P1 ribbing pattern, and I'm using that to guide myself in terms of the stitches that I'm going to skip. So I'm skipping all the knit stitches and inserting my hook into all the purl stitches. You also want to make sure that you're inserting into the right purl stitch. So the purl stitch that I'm inserting my hook into is about the second or third from the top uppermost edge of the sweater. So this is to make sure that the ruffles that you're adding across the front is laying in a nice horizontal manner. So after turning the corner, continue working the same pattern as before. You're going to continue working across the front of the pattern and then get to the left corner, turn the corner and start working up the left strap. As you start working up the left strap, you want to make sure that you have a slip stitch on the outer edge of the left strap. And then you're going to continue working the ruffles as before. But over here in this video, I'm making a little variation on my left strap. Instead of having 5 DCs in one stitch, I'm making 8 DCs in one stitch. And then slip stitch and repeat with 8 DCs in the next stitch. So I'm not skipping any stitches and I'm making more DCs in the same stitch. And what you end up with is less of a scalloped edge and more of a true ruffled look. Continue the same pattern until you get to the bottom end of the left strap. And to bind off, all you need to do is to insert your crochet hook into the corner of the left strap and do a slip stitch. Then cut the yarn, pull the tail through the loop, weave the ends in, and you're done. That's it. You may want to press your ruffles lightly with the steam iron to make it look neater. So as before, this is the left strap where I made 8 DCs in the same stitch and didn't skip any stitches. The ruffles look much denser here. And this is the right strap where I made scalloped edge using 5 DCs in the same stitch and skipped stitches every time I was inserting my crochet hook into the work. So I hope you found this video tutorial helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments section, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on my Instagram. I hope to see everyone again soon. Bye!